Namaste and welcome to another great day at the Mike and Connor Homestead. Continuing with the vegetable series, we're going to talk about corn today. So let me turn the camera around and we'll look at the corn. Now, corn is an interesting vegetable. As the saying goes, knee high by the 4th of July. My corn will probably be just knee-high by the 4th of July, and the reason the saying goes is because if your corn is not knee-high by the 4th of July, you probably won't actually get any corn. Especially in colder climates like here in Reno, we can get our first frost mid-September. If we get lucky, you could run till the end of October. But there's a lot of inconsistency in the frost time, so definitely want it to be knee-high by the 4th of July. Now, you can see this corn right here has a split off, and it looks like these two sides are going to be where the stalks are going to start going, and that's where we're going to get our corn. You normally get about 2 stalks per corn head, or well, per corn plant, and the corn pollinates using the leaves. Basically, the wind blows the pollen off of the leaves, and then every corn needs to be close to each other so that they can pollinate each other. Not like other plants where you need bees or insects or birds to pollinate. So that's the interesting thing about corn. Corn grows just about anywhere. I've been told that it'll grow just, very wildly, and that's why corn is so popular in all of our foods these days, is because we want to go with what works, and corn works in most circumstances, so we use it a lot. Probably in things we shouldn't use it in, but I really like corn. It's very sweet, sugary, goes great with barbecuing. So I do corn, but I use corn, I just kind of eat it off the cob. I'm sure you could use it for a million other things, but I don't use it for a million other things, just for eating. So another big thing with corn is you want to grow it in rows on what I do is like a raised row, and I'll show you on this side where the birds ate the leaves off, or the seeds out, so you can see how this bed is kind of raised up, and then you do them in a line. I do them about 6 inches apart, and then what happens is when you do these raised kind of lines like this, the corn roots get more oxygen, because corn likes oxygen, and then the roots go down to the bottoms where they can get plenty of water if they want it, but then again they're raised high enough to where they don't have to get it. Really important part about corn. You want to do it in about a 4-foot by 8-foot plot at least to assure pollination. If you're only doing 3 or 4 corn plants, you're probably not going to do as well as if you're doing a whole bunch of corn. Basically, the more the merrier. So you see those huge cornfields, and basically all the corn's kind of growing together, and that's kind of the way corn likes it. They like each other, unlike certain other vegetables, but corn's one that really wants to grow next to each other. So kind of the way it should be. And I'm noticing that everything is growing really well together with the 3 sisters setup. I don't know a lot about beans. I know that they work well with corn. They complement each other because the beans like different nutrients than the corn does. I know corn's just a nitrogen-loving plant. In the instructions and things I've read about corn, you want to do a mid-year or mid-season fertilizing just to give it even more nitrogen, and I'm probably going to do that within the next week. I think I'm going to put some dried up chicken doo-doo on it just to give it some more food, just to assure that I get a lot of corn. So that's on the agenda for me as well. So yeah. So shout out of the day goes to JJB. JJB is another YouTube subscriber. He subscribed to my channel, and he gave me some praise on the Yardbird series episode 4 on feed. JJB, appreciate the praise. I'm glad you're liking my videos. I'll continue to make them just about every day if I can, and you guys are your fans are what makes this worth the while, and I really appreciate that. And as long as I continue to get compliments, I'll continue to spill my guts on as much information as I possibly can on as many subjects as I can related to this. So with that, I want to say mahalo for watching. If you like, give me the thumbs up and subscribe.